I'm Max Becker, Regional Sales Manager for American Lighting's Seasonal Division. I'm here today to go over some strategies for planning and installing holiday lights on roof lines. Now, initially, like most lighting installs, it's important to have an estimation of equipment and labor costs prior to arrival on site. Now, for that estimation, a lot of it's going to depend on your customer's wants and needs. This use of C7 versus C9 bulbs like we have here, the spacing between bulbs, color scheme, and even the inclusion of icicle lights or the starfall tubes like we have over here. These are all options that can be presented. After you've gotten sort of the style recommendation from your consumer, the next question is, how are we going to get these lights to attach to the roof? And that falls a bit more on the installer side, and we have a full array of clips available here at American Lighting for different kind of roofs. We've got the flex clip here, which can be used for gutters or shingles. We've got the shingle tab, which is used for shingles and also permanent installs. And then we have magnet clips, which along with our magnet spools, like we have here, can be used to attach the metal flashing along large parapets, large scale buildings, things like that. I usually recommend 12-inch spacing for larger buildings since it gives you a consistent lighting pattern along the entire roof. And also these warm white C9 bulbs, since they're bright enough to highlight larger buildings. And the warm white is sort of that traditional holiday effect that people are usually looking for. To use an example, let's imagine that we have 1,000 feet of roof line with metal parapets that we want to light. I have recommended, and the customer has agreed, that we're going to use our 12-inch spacing warm white C9s, and I have decided we're going to use our magnet spools as opposed to the magnet clips here, since the magnet spool gives you a bit tighter connection to that roof line. Now that we know what needs to go on the roof, next step is to estimate our material costs. So with 1,000 feet of roof line, you're going to need at least 1,000 foot of our magnetic spool here, 1,000 warm white C9 bulbs since we're at 12-inch spacing, at least one bag of male plugs and female plugs, and additionally a fair amount of extension wire to run your power and in case you have any jumps that need to happen along the way. Based on our price sheet, we've estimated that equipment cost to be about $2,300. Next step from then is to determine your labor hours to fully craft your bid. And this is going to be largely dependent on the size and skill of your crew and also the complexity of the roof line. I would suggest anywhere between 4 and 8 hours depending on the size of the crew. Now that we have our estimation completed, next step is to move to the installation phase.